head guy in that training room for the Giants.
He's good.
Doubled in the first inning. Bounces this one to Simmons. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Sandoval. Sandoval bounced out to short in the first. By the way, just to set the record straight, the ball that Scudero hit down the right field line that was touched by a fan, and I don't know if the fan was taken out of the stadium, but he was asked to leave those seats. There's a shot into right field, a base hit. So that's the way it is. You can't touch the ball if it's in play, and it's really too bad. But now maybe they're watching from a different area. We don't know. Here's Buster Posey. This was a gentleman. He was very cooperative, very polite. Posey knocked in a run with a base hit in the first. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Pence would hit if Posey keeps this inning alive, as he rolls this one right near Hunter Pence.
First inning, Buster Posey comes up with 2 outs. And in a 2-strike count, takes a breaking ball in the outside corner at the knees and hooks it into the hole between third and short, the 5.5 hole. And that's how the Giants scored.
Outside corner, 1-2.
Nasty pitch right there. 2-seam fastball that could not have been in a better location from Tehran.
The 1-2 to Posey, and Posey just gets a piece, so he'll see another pitch.
That's what good hitters do. They fight off borderline pitches. 2-strike count, you can't afford to take something you think might be on a corner, might be called a strike.
Sandoval with his lead, not a big one. And Posey takes that hard slider down low, 2-2. Logan Couture is right there.
Congratulations, Sharkies, as they swept Vancouver heading into the second round of the playoffs.
Three and 2.
Pumped up there, a little add on to the velocity of the fastball at 94. Trying to wear that outside corner out.
Sandoval now will take off. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. He goes, and Posey hits a high foul down the right field line, and that'll be out of play.
Tell you, watch the way that McCann is working with Tehran. Remember, Tehran's 22 years old. He's a rookie. I mean, he's only got but about 90 days in the big leagues, but he's shaking off McCann a lot. He's basically calling his own game.
Another 3-2 pitch coming up. Or maybe not. Yankees beat the Rockies today in Denver on a cool and wet afternoon. They had about a 2-hour rain delay in the middle of that one. It knocked out the starting pitchers about the 4th inning. Sandoval goes. The pitch. Posey lines this one down the left field line. Foul. Sounded good coming off the bat, but Buster Posey hooked it. There's that score, 3-1. That's the nightmare for everybody, is if you lose your starters early due to a rain delay. This will be the 9th pitch to Buster Posey. Sandoval goes, swinging a high fly ball to left. This one's hit well. It is out of here. Buster Posey with his 5th of the year, and the Giants take the lead.
And he did it to Tehran again in a 2-out situation. On the 10th pitch, he hangs a slider right at the belt. We're talking T-ball location. And look at the target and look at the mistake. That is hang and that is bang, and that is a 2-run blast.
That's about as pretty as it gets.
And you knew the minute he hit it, it was gone. Almost halfway up the bleachers. That's a big potato there.
Here's Pence. And Pence gets a breaking ball for a strike. All the RBIs in this game belong to Buster Posey. Pence on the ground sharply to Simmons, and that'll end the inning. After 2 outs, a Sandoval single and a Buster Posey big fly, and it's bye-bye baby. It's 3-2 Giants.
Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Eric's Deli Cafe. Only when the salty and sweet are perfectly balanced is harmony achieved.
Giants 3, Braves 2. Down King Street. Nice young family. Good place to be, right here at the yard. Here's Ugla. Ugla on the first pitch fouls it out of play. Ugla drew a 1-out walk, and then he scored on the McCann home run. So both catchers tonight have hit 2-run home runs. Low to Ugla. 1 ball and 1 strike. Should be pitch number 55 for Vogelsong, and it's low and away again, and it's 2-1. Arizona hosting the Phillies tonight, and the D-backs lead 1-0. That game is in the 6th inning. Phillies left here after their loss last night, and the 2-1 to Ugla, and Ugla goes around. It's 2-2. So that's a 4-game series like this one. A couple of really good lefties, Pat Corbin against Cole Hamels.
Yeah, that figured to be a pitching duel in Arizona tonight, even in that live yard.
Ugla with a line drive over Crawford for a leadoff single.
All right, time now for our AT&T trivia question. You can tweet your answer to CSN Giants if you think you know it. The question tonight: who holds Major League Baseball record for most extra inning RBIs in their career? Let's think about that. Okay, that's swinging the bat by Ugla. I let you know that he is indeed locked. He said he was swinging the bat well coming into the series.
Here's McCann, who takes wide, 1-0.
This is a big at bat for Vogelsong. Think back the last time he faced McCann. McCann jerked him a 2-run bomb in the 2nd inning.
There's a strike on the inside corner to McCann. This was the home run.
Look at the target away. The pitch was down and in. And that is where he has always been able to hurt you.
Ugla with his lead at first. And there's a good curveball to make it 1-2.
Well, he's not looking soft stuff. He is sitting on that fastball. He took a changeup in a 1-0 count. Now he takes a curveball in a 1-1 count.
Song steps off.
Well, Posey suggested a changeup. And now they're throwing the hard stuff in.
Got him.
And he just took back the inside part of the plate for that strikeout. There was a fastball, 2-seam movement right above the hands. And McCann cannot keep that top hand on it. So a nice 2-strike pitch. They set it up with soft stuff. Kind of pitched him backwards, soft stuff to get to the 2-strike count. Then put him away with gas above the hands, inside corner. Nice pitch.
Here's Upton, B.J. Upton, who popped out to Pence in the 2nd inning. 1 out, 1 on here in the 4th.
Talk to the Braves people, and they know that Upton is not happy with his numbers, hitting 152 coming into this at bat. And all the guys say is that he is wearing out the coaches. I said, really, how? All the extra batting practice that this guy is taking. So he's working his tail off to get right. And Upton throughout his career has always been a streaky type player. Plus you're in a new league, you're learning new pitchers. It takes time.
You make a mistake though, he's going to launch it. Belt holding on Ugla at first. And Vogelsong throws pitch number 64 down low.
I think the Upton brothers had a little fun when they were kids playing home run derby in the backyard.
I do.
have to believe they wore out a few wiffle balls.
2 balls and 1 strike. And on the move is Ugla. And he had a pretty good jump, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
When you're in a funk and a manager puts on a hit and run, a lot of managers will do that to get a guy going. Do you think that helped you when you were going bad to get the hit and run?
I think it helped me because I was a contact hitter. I don't know if it helps Upton if he's a swing and a miss guy. If he takes out swing to make contact, then it'll help him. Got him. Strikeout number 6.
Fastball, they just go outside corner at the belt and look at the loop in his swing. He undercuts it. And takes the hard walk back to the dugout. 6 strikeouts, as my partner pointed out.
So here's Juan Francisco.
I mean, you're really never out of the woods when you start talking about the long ball in this Braves team.
You're not.
I mean, they wheel and fire. All 8 guys in that lineup. They got Jack in their mind when they're getting in that batter's box. They try to hurt you. They will strike out. They lead the National League in home runs. They lead them in strikeouts.
Nice block by Buster Posey. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
All right, let's watch the block. Breaking balls are the easiest to block. They are predictable. Nicely done.
One and 0. Foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I mean, that is just the yuckadoo hack right there.
I was about to say, although they're different type of hitters, but the 8th place hitters tonight, you're not your typical 8th place hitters. One's about 6'5". That would be Brandon Belt. The other, Juan Francisco, who takes a huge cut. 1 and 2. Tehran is on deck. Vogelsong trying to pitch through a leadoff single by Ugla. And that's tomahawked out of play. He's also trying to come up with a shutdown inning.
Now, he's spotting the ball pretty well right now. When he gets to a point where he believes in his release and his mechanics are good, he'll pitch with the fastball as good as anybody in this National League. We've seen times where he's throwing, if he throws 40 pitches in 3 innings, 36 of them will be fastballs, but he moves it around the strike zone so well, it's almost like different pitches. Different grips, different location. He elevates sight line, changes sight lines. He understands the fastball. He pitches as long as he has. I mean, that's something you learn. When you don't have your mechanics, you can't do that. You got to figure out another way. It's not easy. But he's spotting that fastball well right now.
So Vogelsong now ready. And the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a foul in and out of the glove of Buster Posey. That one, I think, caught Buster Posey in the wrong spot. He's going to take the glove off and try to get the feeling back.
It hits the fingertips of his glove. There's nothing easy about being a catcher. If you have a low threshold of pain, forget it. Don't even apply. You won't even make it out of the warm-up. Catching bullpens.
Hit past Scudero into right field. Ugla's going to move over to third. Scudero was shading Francisco to pull, but wasn't shading him quite enough.
That's nice at bat by Francisco. He goes down and beats a pretty good pitch. He'll break a ball outside corner, and even though he gets off his back foot, keeps his hands back, makes nice solid contact to his pull side. That's the bad news. The good news is it's the National League. You got a pitcher coming up
who is 4 for 10, but he did bounce out to Crawford to end the second inning. So you got to pitch him tough. And a curveball to open up the at bat, and that's a called strike. Off the end of the bat, 0-2.
Tehran from Cartagena, Colombia. They have curveballs down there, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Ugla at third, Francisco at first, and that should do it, and it does, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a couple of hits, 2 left. Blanco, Crawford, Bell, 3 lefties coming up.
How about we hear a little bit more of George's performance in the Star Maker Auto-Tune playback.
Standing in the Hall of Fame, oh, oh, and the world's gonna know your name, oh, oh, 'cause you burn with the brightest flame, oh.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Welcome back. We're heading to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Giants on top of the Braves 3-2. On a very cool night here in the city by the bay.
Yeah. I think the orange sweatshirts were on sale.
Yeah. Well, this is the sweatshirt capital of the world. Well, let's ask and answer our AT&T trivia question. The question tonight: who holds the MLB record for most extra inning RBIs in their career? Our survey said, well, Frank Robinson had 44 extra inning RBIs. I didn't know that.
Yep. I wish he was here, and I'd ask him the obvious question.
What's that?
So they pitched to you? They must have thought they could get you out.
He was a tough out.
And then he would give us that look.
I want to get that, I want to get that, I want to get that.
With or without sauerkraut?
Oh, you got to go with. Come on. It's not a gut bomb without the sauerkraut.
Blanco fouls it out of play. But the key question is with or without ketchup? a lot of people that get on you now if you use ketchup. They think it's just a mustard deal.
They're no friends of mine. You got a little ketchup. You got to have good stone ground mustard on it. Onions. Tomatoes.
The Sheboygan.
Chicago style.
Blanco bounced back to Tehran in the second inning. Here it's 0-2. 2-2, or make it 1-2.
That was one good thing about playing back in the Midwest for 5 years. People back in the Midwest take those hot dogs very seriously.
They do.
Chicago style. And that looks good enough to eat right there.
Right?
I'm on board.
Looks so good it looks fake. Swing and a miss by Blanco.
Nice changeup right there by Tehran. Well, the NBC Bay Area Investigative Unit, led by Tony Kovaleski, they're an award-winning team of 14 journalists dedicated to holding the powerful accountable. The investigative unit on NBC Bay Area, we investigate.
Jim Cott's here.
Kitty Cott. Looks like a good fishing boat right there.
Here's Crawford, who bounced out to third in the second.
This guy's freezing.
The guy in the striped gray sweater.
Yeah, he was freezing. Yeah, he's cold.
Yeah.
Those hands will not come out of those pockets. You know what he's thinking? I should have brought a coat.
Hey, can I use your coat? Crawford takes low. One ball and one strike.
My turn with a coat.
Seriously,
Let's go. Give it up.
$20 for your coat. I'll give you this gray sweatshirt that really doesn't look that good on me. Stripes are going the wrong way.
Freezing.
One ball and one strike. Crawford breaks his bat. Ugla to Freeman, 2 outs. And here's Belt. See lefty duels.
Yeah, that's on the right field side. On the club, it's on the first level, I believe. And that is a great place.
I did not know that was there.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Belt doubled over the first base bag in the second inning. Here he hits one foul down the right field line.
The best part about the lefty O'Doul bar is that there's the lefty O'Doul bridge right behind it.
Yep, there it is. Low to Belt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Vogelsong on deck. Giants with a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Belt pulls another one foul. This one in the Braves dugout.
Breaking ball had a little hang time.
Two and two.
Yeah, nice 2-strike pitch right there with the fastball. Braves use that outside part of the plate. They believe in it. It's part of their philosophy. They teach it at every level. Tehran was walking back to the Braves dugout. He thought the inning was over.
Two pitch. Belt got another hit as he flares one to left, and Vogelsong will hit again.
Well, that's significant in that the pitcher does get a chance to hit this inning.
Absolutely. It happened in the second inning. Vogelsong got to a 3-0 count, and then he saw 3 straight strikes in his strikeout in the second. One ball and no strikes. You see what MLB did today? They canceled the instant replay.
Seriously?
Nope.
They should. It ain't working.
Probably not should get into it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a little sore.
It is a shame, though, that guy loses a home run and the A's lose a chance to win the game. Shouldn't happen.
Yeah, those are games you think about for a long time.
And again, it's 3-0 to Vogelsong.
And we're talking about last night's game between the A's and the Indians. It was a 4-3 ball game in the 9th. And there was a ball that was hit. It was out of the ballpark.
Yeah, Adam Rosales hit it.
It was ruled a double. Then it was argued. Then they went back and reviewed it. Clearly, everybody in the whole ballpark knew that it had hit the fence above the home run line. It was a home run, except for the umpires. They ruled it a ground rule double. And the Indians would go on to win the ball game 4-3 when it should have been 4-4.
Three and one. And Vogelsong rolls this one to Simmons. His throw is in time, and that'll end the inning. Giants strand Belt. We'll head to the 5th. Having fun on the Kitty Cat.
Is brought to you by the Solar Company. Not just any solar company, the solar company.
3-2 Giants. Buster Posey, Brian McCann have hit 2-run home runs in this game.
Angel, kiss me. I'm 37 today. Well,
where are they? Are they in the second deck? Yeah, there they are, right down there to our left. And they're having a party.
Yep, they got their halos on. Big Angel Pagan fans. This is my giant birthday party. And right now they may lead. They may be leading the league in attitude. I'm just saying.
It'll be the top of the order for the Braves. Schaefer Simmons and Upton. Sandoval is again down the line at third with Schaefer and his speed. Belt even with the bag at first. Outfield straight away. And this is pulled foul. The Braves are not at all against swinging at that first pitch.
No, they're absolutely the most aggressive team that the Giants have seen this year. They are coming off the bench and they are hacking away.
So I mean, would that not make you think twice about a get it in strike?
Well, it means you can pitch to the corners on a first pitch. You adjust your first pitch sights a little bit. You just stay out of the middle of the strike zone because that's where you're going to get hurt.
Off the plate to even the count.
And you really have to mix your speeds up. You cannot get predictable on a first pitch.
That's a fair ball down the right field line. And Hunter Pence is going to have to get to it quickly, and Schaefer is going for three, and he is going to make it. Giants were hoping that it would hit that sidewall and then carry him right to Pence, but it slid right past it.
Well, with Schaefer's speed and the fact that it gets by that first little corner that juts out, that was a huge break for Atlanta. And not a whole lot that you can do about it because Schaefer can go. And he's sniffing three bags right out of the box, too. He knows, because he's the right fielder, what happens when it gets in that corner down here in this ballpark.
Here's Simmons. He struck out and he singled.
Strikeout situation here.
This pitch is low.
Giants will concede a run with the middle infield. You can see Crawford at shortstop, Scooter at second base. They're playing back. Simmons hits a ground ball at the middle of the diamond. It's a run.
Two and 0.
He's got a challenge here. That's the one thing about where you are here. You are pitching for the strikeout, but you can't walk them. You don't want to have your rabbits both get on base and start the inning here. Third time through the lineup when you got the big boys coming up behind him. This is when it's great to be a number 2 hitter.
Crawford thought about it, but they're going to get the out at first. And this game is tied, and let's check in with Amy G.
Dwayne, the Giants and PG&E along with the Jefferson Award Students in Action program want to give a big shout out to high school senior Blake Spears. It's our PG&E community spotlight this evening. Blake attends San Leandro High School and he's being honored for his volunteer work at the Oakland Zoo and for his passion of animal conservation. Guys, this is a great program. Jeremy Affelt is the Giants ambassador. He got to meet him and I bet Jeremy said, job well done. Way to go, Blake.
Yep. Good job, Blake. Here's Upton. Upton takes a called strike. Upton struck out looking in the first, then bounced into a 6-4-3 double play in the third. People might say, well, why wouldn't Crawford come home on that? You have to absolutely be sure you're going to get him. And this is driven into right center field. Pence is not going to get it. And now Upton can run, and they got to keep Upton from going to third, and that's not going to happen. And Upton is going to be standing at third, and he's the lead run with only one out.
Now, every pitch in the sequence was breaking ball. This is a little slider in the outside corner. It doesn't do a whole lot, but a nice job of going opposite gap. And it finds right, it lands right between Pence and Pagan. And here at Triples Alley, they don't call it Triples Alley for nothing. If you've got pretty good speed, and Upton does, it's an easy three-bagger.
So now here's Freeman. Giants will play the infield halfway as Freeman takes low and away.
Vogelsong pitching for the strikeout.
High and foul, and it's out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I bet this is one of your favorite things, playing second base with a power hitter up there, left-handed. Bring the infield in.
Especially on turf when it's raining. But that's not the case anymore.
No, it is not.
Hooked into right field, and this will be a base hit, and the Braves will take the lead as Freeman knocks in Upton, and it's 4-3 Atlanta. That's 3 hits here in the 5th inning for the Braves.
Well, that's going to bring out Dave Righetti. I think it's one of the hardest things to do as a pitching coach, come out and talk to a pitcher who's a 14, 15-year veteran. I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can tell a guy. He's steamed. He doesn't want you out here. He knows what he has to do. Now, Vogelsong's sitting on 87 pitches through 4 1/3, and it may be that Bochy just wanted to send Righetti out there to give him a bit of a breather. And as Righetti heads back to the Giants dugout, looks like Jose Mijares is getting up, and he'll head down to the Giants bullpen.
Ugla has walked and he's singled.
First pitch changeup, just a bit low.
On deck is McCann. Braves have scored twice here in the 5th. And that pitch off its mark, and it's 2-0.
Pitching for the ground ball here. But boy, you know a guy's hot. And a guy like Ugla, who really has had a history of pulling off the ball. And his last at bat, he covered an outside pitch. So it was a good pitch. And he yanked it to left field. And now he's in the driver's seat with count leverage, sitting on a 2-0. He is drooling in this situation.
There's a strike. It's now 2-1 to Ugla.
3 changeups in a row.
Freeman at first. Swing. Gonna foul straight back, and he was on that one.
You see that foul go straight back. He's got you timed. Giants pinch a gap in right center. They give the right field line to Ugla. Like, it's pretty standard AT&T Park defense right there. Pinching the gap here, giving this to the hitter, and they'll do that with lefties up there as well. But the infield played the pull, no question.
Two-two pitch. 3-2. Ugla, he's been there before. He walked in the 2nd and scored. He saw some pitches in his 2nd at bat before he singled in the left field.
Decision time now. Do they send the runner?
They do not, and that's not close.
Third walk from Vogelsong.
McCann is homered and he's struck out, and Bruce Bochy is coming out. And Mijares is going to be coming in. So Vogelsong could not get through the fifth. 2 triples, a single, and a walk. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back.
Breaking news, your weather forecast and real-time traffic with Watch Today in the Bay. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. on NBC Bay Area.
Braves have taken the lead here in the 5th inning. And now to be lefty against lefty, Mijares to face Brian McCann.
12th game that Mijares has come in. 10 strikeouts in 9 innings.
And a first pitch strike to McCann.
See 18 base runners, 14 by hits, 4 by walks in those 9 innings. Fastball will go low to mid 90s, hard slider, and a curveball.
McCann fouls it out of play. He's 2 for 4 lifetime against Jose Mijares. Freeman's at second, Ugla's at first. Nice play by Buster Posey, 1-2. It was Schaefer who opened up the inning with a triple. One hitter later, Upton with a triple. Freeman with a single and a walk to Ugla. The 1-2 pitch coming up now to Brian McCann, and that's chopped foul.
Those are great shirts. Serious business.
Yep.
I'd have worn those to the prom.
A whole lot easier wearing those to do our open.
I think we could.
A 1-2. And this is hit up the middle. Scudero knocks it down. It trickles out into center field. And Freeman's coming in, and he's going to score. So it's now 5-3. It'll be a single and an RBI for McCann.
Just right off the end of the bat, kind of short hops Scooter, who can't come up with the ball, and it kicks away from him. Brian Snitker, the third base coach for the Braves, saw the opportunity, and he starts screaming at Freeman to get going. So a nice play there from the Braves third base coach, Brian Snitker.
Upton fouls it back and out of play.
See, that should be his nickname. Screaming Freddie Freeman. I'd buy that CD.
Yep, I would too. Harris right now trying to get the Giants into the dugout. This hit up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Here comes Ugla. He's going to score, and it's 6-3.
Well, that is the worst thing that can happen to you if you're a reliever coming into a situation, because you are judged by how you do when you inherit runners on. So both those runs that have scored will be Vogelsong's runs. And it's not easy to sit there and do nothing about it if you're a starting pitcher coming out of a ball game.
So here's Francisco. A 4-run fifth inning. Giants had the lead going into this inning. Now they trail by 3. And that pitch is down low. 1 ball and no strikes.
From Mahara's perspective, he got a couple ground balls. They just happen to find holes. That is frustrating.
And that pitch is right down the chute. 1 ball and 1 strike. Only 1 out in this inning, and that was Simmons. He hit a 1-hopper to Crawford, who threw him out. 1-2.
Big breaking ball, kind of a hanger, but guys who are low ball hitters, they can be a pretty good pitcher. You leave that slow breaking slider up. Although I've never really seen that in a scout report. Told the guy hanging sliders.
No. And he's going to get the strikeout here. And that'll bring up Tehran, who's the 9th hitter of the inning.
Fastball up. Could not hold back. Of course, that's how you pitch Mike Schmidt. Hanging sliders. Hall of Famer. Except on hanging sliders.
Tehran, who's bounced out and struck out. Top of the order, Jordan Schaefer, he's on deck. This is out of play down the right field line.
You know how you pitch Gary Sheffield? Hanging sliders. So I guess it does make a few scouting reports.
Yeah, it's not something you work on, though.
Oh, I could throw those at will.
The 1-1 to Tehran is in the dirt. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike.
It was that nasty slider on the outside corner that had some fuzz on it. Now that's the one that was hard to throw. The hanging slider, you could throw that pretty much all the time.
Two and 2.
I gave up 196 home runs, so I consider myself a connoisseur of the hanging slider.
A long inning for the Giants defense. We've watched the Atlanta Braves tack on 4 runs here in the 5th inning. Two balls, 2 strikes. And now a full count.
Well, there's nobody else in that Giants bullpen. And this becomes a big pitch for Maharis.
And the runners will be on the move, and he walked them. Remember, Maharis had a long layoff due to the death of his grandmother. He went back to Venezuela, but he came back and he pitched on Tuesday. He pitched 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, a run. He had a walk and 2 strikeouts. He gave up a home run to Ryan Howard, but he threw the ball pretty well. So McCann, Upton, and Francisco. McCann, Upton, and Toronto are your base runners, with Schaefer at the plate.
Mark Gardner's going to head down there with George Contos. Giants are playing 1-man short. Santiago Garcia is not available today because of that knee injury he had.
That's a pretty good rip right there, and it's no balls in 1 strike.
It was healthy, no doubt.
Looking at the swings in the year that Schaefer's having, and the Astros just let him go. Oh, 0-1 to Schaefer. 0-2 to Schaefer. And the fastball is high, 1-2.
Tried to add on that fastball, a little bit of an overthrow there.
And the 1-2 now to Schaefer, and Schaefer taps this one off his foot, so he will live to see another pitch. Maharis with 21 pitches since he's came in for Ryan Vogelsong, who ends up going 4 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. One and 2.
Well, this is how the inning started off. Schaefer led things off with this line drive. It just got over the glove of Belt, who almost snagged it. It would get down the corner, and that would be a leadoff triple.
Game of inches.
Game of inches, no doubt.
2-2 pitch coming up here to Schaefer, and Schaefer takes strike 3 call, and that'll finally end the inning. Giants have some work to do. They trail 6-3. I know how you feel, Hank. I know how you feel. It's a 6-3 lead for the Atlanta Braves. Amy G has a group of folks here, the Petaluma Educational Foundation. And Amy G's got a sandwich called Amer the Gamer at Lucchese's Deli in Petaluma. And part of the sandwich that is sold there goes to the Petaluma Educational Foundation. It's a good sandwich. We had one before the game.
We did. Good looking bunch.
It is a good looking bunch.
What is the name of the gamer called Petaluma? P-Town.
Here's Pagan. Tehran now has a 3-run lead, and Tehran throws a strike to Angel Pagan, who's 0 for 2 tonight.
Now, this is a big inning for the Giants. They got a top liner coming up. Third time they're going to see Tehran. You don't want to give this Braves bullpen a 3-run lead late. So you need to make some noise here now if you're the Giants. Good changeup, and he's starting to throw that pitch more. I mean, he's got a curveball, and it's a pretty good one. We just haven't seen him throw a lot of it. Been pretty much fastball slider to this point. And now he's starting to inject a few more changeups.
Bounces this one, and it's 1-2. Scudero and then Sandoval. It is the right part in the lineup to tack a couple of runs on Tehran. And that's skied into center field for Upton.
Well, MLB at bat, MLB.com at bat is the #1 source for baseball everywhere you go. It's available for iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. At bat delivers Giants baseball with audio, pitch tracking, stats, breaking news, and video highlights. So check out MLB TV at bat. Text at bat to 31826 or go to sfgiants.com for details.
Here's Scudero. Tehran spins one, and it's up and in to Scudero. Double in the first, a bouncing ball to short in the third. And fastball that came back in on Scudero. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Sandoval on deck. 6-3 Atlanta, bottom of the 5th. Scudero's got a base hit into right field.
Set the table for the B-boys, because the big boys are coming up. And that swing of the bat important.
Sandoval is 1 for 2. He bounced out in the first, and then lined a single into right field in the third. So the Panda waiting on Tehran. Double play ball. Ugla, Simmons, Freeman in on 1 pitch. That ends the inning. 4-6-3, 6th inning coming up. Same time, same place. Pregame live at 6:30. First pitch will be right around the top of the hour, and you can watch it right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Games will also be on Saturday and Sunday. The Giants will be in Toronto on Tuesday for interleague. 6-3 Atlanta. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
New pitcher now for the Giants will be George Cantos, 18th game that he has come in. Here's his body of work. 16 base runners in 17 innings. 15 punch outs against 4 walks. He's really done a nice job, especially against right-handers, hitting a .167 off him. Cantos has 4 pitches, but for the most part, you're going to see a fastball, low 90s, and a hard slider with a good downward bite to it. Yep, bundle up tonight, folks.
A chilly one here at the yard, as it'll be Simmons, Upton, and Freeman. Simmons has an RBI and a ground ball at the club level.
The good food level.
The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nine hits for the Atlanta Braves, 7 for the Giants. Inside corner strike, gets 1 and 2.
Nice slider there. Simmons is not an easy guy to walk. You got to work hard to walk him. Only 9 walks and 117 at bats.
And that's tap foul. You want to get one of those?
Yeah. I would wear that to the prom.
That would be perfect for the Warriors game tomorrow night. Tap to the backstop.
I can't think of any place that you couldn't wear that thing to. Got some good attitude out there. This is not their first game.
1 and 2 to Simmons. Pokes this one into center field, and Pagan will wait for this one. 1 out. And that'll bring up Upton. Upton tripled in the 5th inning. A little more than a sweatshirt night here at the ballpark. So Cantos to the right-handed hitting Justin Upton. And that's just off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. By the way, we talked about the game tomorrow. Our next telecast, it'll be Tim Hudson against Matt Cain.
A couple of aces going at each other.
Swing and a miss.
Good slider.
1 ball and 1 strike. Always a powerful swing.
Oh yeah, he gets both cheeks into it every hack he takes. It's rare that he'll check a swing or wave through one. And he's dangerous.
1 and 2.
And it is a little more than a sweatshirt night. I'd say 2 parkas and a horse blanket on top of the sweatshirt.
I think you're right.
They're dressed appropriately.
One-two pitch to Upton. There's a fastball outside. 2 and 2.
There's a horse blanket.
And he got him.
92 fastball right through the outside corner, just above the knees. Grab some pine meat.
So with 2 outs, here's Freddie Freeman, who dumped a single into right field in the 5th inning.
Up to the 10th Brave of the night to go down by way of the strikeout.
They don't care.
They don't.
Freeman takes low. On deck is Ugla. And that's pulled foul. One ball and 1 strike.
Yep, Nathan Stallhut, our ball dude on the first base side, 90. I think that little bench is getting to him a little bit.
I think it's the shoes. Forget the bench. Hyde to Freeman, 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, it's the shoes. So you could kill a bear with those.
Yeah, but you can also pitch 600 innings without wearing out your toe.
Two balls and 1 strike.
I didn't know you could buy shoes with toe plates on them unless you were a ball player. That's impressive.
These guys are agreeing with you.
Giants fan, Shark fan, Niner fan, they got it covered.
3 balls and 1 strike. 3-2.
Freeman wants that fastball back.
Yes, he does.
You saw him. He had a pitch to hit there. 3-1 challenge at the belt out over the plate. He fouls it back straight. And immediately he was mad at himself for missing that pitch.
Look out. Ooh.
Okay. Commando, no glove. You got to be pretty brave to get in front of that bad boy. That was whistling. And she may have been the one that took the first hit.
Yeah, I think she got dinged a little bit. I'm okay.
We need to get her a ball.
I'm okay.
Gamer, babe.
3-2 to Freeman, and now Cantos will step off. And the payoff again to Freeman. And he got him. And that'll end the inning. Freeman said, I fouled it, and nobody's buying it. All right, she ended up with the ball. All of that work Drive is presented by Bank of America. Over 9,000 kids in the Junior Giants program do not have a glove. They can't play catch. So come on out, bring an old glove, bring a new glove, bring any glove. If you donate it, you'll get a pin, whether it's a World Championship pin or a Buster Posey MVP pin, or you can donate $10 and you'll get a pin as well. Also, you can donate at jrgiants.org. Told a story this morning to Murph and Mac. John Miller called me about a month ago and he said, hey, he said, Janine, my wife's on the other line. She was walking on the beach the other day and a glove rolled out of the ocean onto the beach. He said, we want to restore it and donate it. I said, well, put a ball in it, put a rubber band around it, and hang it in your backyard. Let it get some sunshine. And actually, the glove that we showed yesterday that Mike had on was that glove. And that will be donated on Saturday. So, Janine and John Miller, you did a good thing.
Had a couple of hermit crabs in the middle finger.
Not a problem, though.
It's ready to go.
Posey takes a strike. I made about 95 errors in the big leagues. In every one, I wanted to throw my glove in the ocean. Somebody did.
And we got it back.
That's rolled foul. Buster Posey hit a home run in the third inning.
Yeah, 2-out swing of the bat with a runner on. And this gave the Giants a 1-run lead. Makes it look easy.
Well, Tirana heading the count 0-2. And this is fouled out of play.
Trying to get on that inside corner. And Tehran's teammates have picked him up, and now he's got a 3-run lead.
So here's the 0-2 to Posey. Got him.
Well, nice 2-pitch sequence. On the 0-2 pitch, they went on the hands. He fouled it off. Then they come across the plate, and they paint the outside corner. Another fastball. Is that target behind the plate? I don't know. The Braves have been doing it a long time, but that was a pretty good pitch from Tehran's perspective. And they get the call from Manny Gonzalez.
Here's Pence. Pence is 0 for 2. A couple of ground balls to short. 0-1. Pence now at 283. 7 home runs, 21 RBIs. And that's going to carry him out to Gregor Blanco. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants are 4-2 on this homestand. Foul back, took 3 from the Dodgers, and then they had to win yesterday to keep from getting swept by the Phillies. Phillies played him tough. The Phillies just lost in Arizona by a final of 2-1. And the 1-2 to Pence. Pence taps this one right back to the pitcher. And that's a 1-3 putout. And here's Blanco.
Well, one thing about Tehran, I mean, he's been pretty stingy with the amount of throws that he's made tonight. That last pitch just number 75 on the night. He's not had a lot of deep counts. Your goal when you go out there is to have that at bat, determine it over in 3 pitches. See what he's done. 11 ground outs, 3 by flyouts, 3 strikeouts. It basically has come as advertised. Sinker slider guy that throws strikes.
Blanco is 0 for 2 as he runs up on it. It takes it low. 1 ball and no strikes. We are in the home half of the 6th. The 1-0 to Blanco. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crawford would hit if Blanco reaches here in the 6th. And that's a half swing. And it's 1-2.
And that's the changeup that he started using about the bottom half of the lineup the second time through, and it's been a pretty good pitch for him. One thing about that changeup, he'll hold it with a 2-seam grip, but it's got big movement away from the lefty. It's a good pitch.
In tight, 2-2.
Soft stuff away, and then he tries to go front door with a sink. Just missed. Tehran, I mean, he's 22 years old, and he has not pitched like a 22-year-old kid tonight.
He is not. Blanco a pitch away from reaching. It's now 3-2. Only a few times have we been here where it felt like Candlestick.
Feels like Candlestick tonight.
Down the left field line, foul. Candlestick, 1 more year for the 49ers. You got to get a chair or something from Candlestick.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
I'm going to totally get a piece of Candlestick.
Another payoff to Blanco. Blanco bounces it to Simmons, and that'll end the inning. A 1-2-3-6, 7th inning coming up. Ugla will lead it off.
No way!
Here's our Toyota game summary, and it's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Game went back and forth for a couple innings, and then the 5 spot hurt the Giants. The young kid Tehran has pitched very well. Vogelsong got knocked out in the 4th. McCann and Posey have hit 2-run home runs in this game. Contos to face Ugla, McCann, and Upton. Ugla has hurt the Giants tonight. Not so much with swinging the bat, but by not swinging the bat. He's walked twice and he's scored. When he singled, he didn't score. 2 balls and no strikes. Another sellout crowd here tonight. 41,365. Santos comes in. It's 2-1.
Now, one thing about the Giants fans, I mean, they know that this team is capable of a comeback. Giants with 20 victories, 11 of them have been comeback victories. So they don't leave early.
They do not.
They hang around.
Ugla is out on the strikeout. All right, let's check in another time with Amy G. Amy?
All right, Dwayne, well, for Giants fans, we highly suggest that you check out 30 Giants in 30 days. It's at our website, csnbayarea.com. You'll get behind-the-scenes looks at the guys to talk about their World Championship run and, of course, what their expectations are for the 2013 season. All your favorites at csnbayarea.com. It is your home, your interactive home for Bay Area sports. Dwayne?
All right, Amy, here's McCann, who takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. McCann is homered. He struck out, and then off of Maharis, he hit a ball off of Scudero that trickled into the outfield, and he also came up with an RBI. So he had 2 RBIs coming into the game, and now he's got 5. Just off the plate, 2 balls and a strike.
Tried to wrap that slider in the outside corner. That's the one thing about Canto's slider. When he gets it going, he can spot it both sides of the plate.
Foul back.
And a lot of guys, I think, prefer to throw a cutter if they're going to try to go to the outside part of the plate as opposed to a slider. Simply because if you're throwing on the outside corner with a breaking ball to a lefty and a right-handed pitcher, that movement's going to come back to the middle of the plate. If you don't get that thing on that outside corner, a lot of guys don't do it because they don't want to miss out over the middle of the plate. Those mistakes get hit.
McCann hits this one out to Pence, who's moving back, and he reaches up and he makes the catch.
There was nothing easy about that one.
So a nice play by Hunter Pence in right field.
I mean, that's a backspin line drive, and you've got a lot of wind out there that's really affecting the slide of the ball. And in this ballpark, you do get carry between the gaps out towards center. Full extension on a high overhand backhander. Nice play.
Here's Upton, who bounces this one to Sandoval, and it's a foul ball.
Take another look at the concentration. Watches it right in to the sweet spot of that glove.
If he gets
George Cantos was digging it.
glove on it, he usually catches it.
He really has done a nice job learning a very difficult right field. This is not an easy right field, this yard.
0-2 to Upton. One and two.
Just missed. Similar location to the pitch that was called strike 3 on Posey. I mean, it's a pitcher's pitch. You probably get it 50% of the time. But close.
And it's high to Upton. It's now 2-2.
Yeah, the Panda people are here. Pretty steady.
3-2 now to Upton.
Of course, on a night like tonight, that's a pretty good hat to wear.
It is. I agree.
She's got it going. She wears that thing every day.
Payoff pitch to Upton. And he walked him.
Santos thought he had him twice in that at bat.
So here's Juan Francisco, 1 for 2 with a walk. Upton's got some speed. He's got 3 steals, but he's also been thrown out 3 times. And the first pitch is wide, 1-0. Crawford and Sandoval both playing Francisco to pull the ball on the infield. And there's a strike. And that evens the count at a ball and a strike. Giants led twice in this game, and then the 4-run 5th inning turned this thing all in Atlanta's favor. And a quick toss, and Upton, who doesn't look like he's going anywhere, gets back easily. On the ground, and Sandoval, as we said, was playing Francisco way off the line, hits it past Sandoval for a base hit.
Yeah, they threw the 2-seam fastball on the outside corner, and that has movement that runs away from Francisco, and he just simply goes with the movement. I mean, if that's what he intended to do, that's a big league hit right there. I think the pitch selection and the movement they put on the pitch sort of opened it up for him on that side. So now with 2 outs, who the Turan is going to have a chance to do some more damage. And he's had good at bats tonight.
Yes, he has. He's 0 for 2. He drew a walk in the 5th inning. Waves at this pitch and comes up empty, and it's 0-1.
Are you sure they have breaking balls in Cartagena, Colombia?
They throw as many there as they do in Madison Bumgarner's hometown. Oh, and 1 to Turan. Off the end of the bat. Foul. Turan's going to need some new lumber. Here comes the bat boy.
Our ball dude, Nathan Stallhut, he wanted no part of this ball as it was coming into him. All right, let's watch our ball dude. Look out, Nathan. Yeah, it's the shoes, man. It does it to you.
It really does. 0-2. Santos at the belt. And he got him to end the inning. It's the shoes. 6-3 Atlanta. 6-3 in favor of Atlanta. Giants' last base runner was the Scudero base hit in the 5th, which was wiped out on a double play.
Giants just can't seem to get it going against Tehran. He has been very impressive.
They haven't been able to stack any hits together.
Well, he hasn't hurt himself. He has no walks. So for the Giants to get on base, I mean, they've had to swing the bat against him. And when he's needed to make a big pitch, he's come up with it time and time again.
So here's Crawford. Crawford tonight is bounced out twice, once to third, once to second. It'll be Crawford, Belt, and then a pinch hitter. And the first pitch from Tehran is high. That was pitch number 83. Giants will take a walk. They'll take anything they can to get on. And there's a strike. That one down around the knee. One ball and one strike.
Leadoff hitter when you're down by 3 and getting the last swing is the ball game. This is a big at bat for the Giants.
Yes, it is. Here's the 1-1. Crawford pops it up. Francisco will watch this one, and that'll be in the seats.
Easter egg hunt. Oh yeah, he wasn't going to show anybody.
Two strikes now on Crawford. And that's a bit outside. 2-2.
Changeup just missed. It's in a good place. I mean, if you're going to miss down around the knees off the plate away is good because it definitely sets up hard inside.
Crawford on the ground to third, where Francisco is there, and he throws on to Freeman, 1 out.
He went back away again and got the ground ball. Well, Giants fans, you can win a 2012 World Championship ring through the World Series ring raffle. This is the very same ring given to Giants players and coaches, but this one will be personalized with your name on it. That's right. Your last name goes right on it. Proceeds benefit the Giants Community Fund. To purchase tickets, visit sfgiants.com/ring-raffle.
Here's Belt. Belt is 2 for 2. So the Giants have 7 hits. Belt has 2 of those 7. And on the first pitch, he rolls it right off the shoes of our ball dude.
Maybe that's why he's got the protective toe piece on the shoes. This could have been a shin burger. Watch the left leg. Oh.
Not your fault.
No.
Outside to Belt, 1 ball and 1 strike.
There's Don Stallhut, his son, on the other side of the field. Remember, you can't horse laugh your old man in front of 40,000 people. It's not polite. Being a ball dude's not easy. You got to sit on that hard bench down there on a cool night.
Yeah, but look, you got to have the right equipment.
That's true.
You can't have funky shoes.
No, yeah, I mean, he looks like he's ready for the John Muir Trail, not to be a ball dude.
2-2 to Belt. You know what? I'm thinking he came from the trail. He just didn't have time to take the extra pair of shoes.
He's a scout leader. Has to be.
All right, 2-2 to Belt. And Belt lifts it out to left field, gives it a pretty good ride, but Upton is there, and he would back up and put it away. 2 outs. Nick Noonan was out on deck. Now it's going to be Guillermo Quiroz. No, check that. It's going to be Peguero. Francisco Peguero is going to pinch hit. I do think, Mike, you're right about the Panda lids. I think first and foremost for almost every game it's style and then comfort. I think it's reversed tonight.
Yeah, you got to go with comfort. Warmth is big factor in tonight's ball game. And one thing about those hats, they are warm.
Some, however, wear it better than others.
Yeah, I got to say that might be the best we've seen tonight.
Peguero on the ground to short. Simmons has it. Peguero runs well, and they just got him, and that'll end the inning. Through 7. Atlanta 6. Giants 3.
Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
A 6-3 lead for the Atlanta Braves as we head to the 8th. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Chad Godin now coming in for the 11th time for Bruce Bochy. 0-1 on the year with a 1.47 ERA. He's been fantastic. Just 19 base runners and 18 1/3 with a strikeout an inning. That is a great start to a season. Low to mid-90s fastball. Slider, change up, circle change, go get him.
Schaefer 1 for 4. But that one hit, a big hit. It opened up the 5th inning. Giants had a 1-run lead, and his triple went right over the leaping Belt, and it went down the first base line, ended up at third. Here he takes a strike from Godin, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Sandoval is inching in at third. And he hits the outside corner again, 1-2.
He just pounded that location. Schaefer did not like it. He thought that ball was outside. Little formal protest with body language there. Didn't say a word, but said a lot with his body.
Forced to swing at that one, and he drills it foul. And our security guard down the left field line saves the day. 1-2. Got him.
93 to.
The San Francisco Marin Food Bank benefited from this food drive before the ball game.
Thank you.
So our fans coming through like they always do.
Donations for the food bank.
Here's Simmons. 1 for 4. Pops it up. Crawford. 2 out.
Giants pitching tonight has struck out 15 Braves.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They are not worried about it.
What did Bobby Bonds used to say?
I'll make my outs any way I want. I'm going to have 600 at bats. I'm going to get 200 hits. The 400 outs, that's my business.
My wife likes it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but Bobby, look, if you put the ball in play, you might have 230 hits. I'm making the outs the way I want to. Here's Justin Upton. I think Bobby's kid got a little brashness from the old man.
Yeah, I do. He got a lot of confidence from his dad and his godfather.
0-1 pitch to Upton. Tapped to Crawford. Crawford. And a nice inning for Godin. Work to do for the Giants. They have the top of the order coming up, and that would be Angel Pagan. Some of the action here tonight in the 6-3 lead for Atlanta. Bottom of the 8th inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and small expert.
New pitcher now for Atlanta is Eric O'Flaherty. 17th game he's come in. And he's off to a great start. This guy was claimed off of waivers from the Mariners back in 2008 by the Braves, and he's been a staple in this club. A left-hander that can get a ground ball, got a good sinking fastball, hard slider, 9 strikeouts in 15 innings.
Here he falls behind Pagan, switch hitter, now batting right-handed. 2 balls and no strikes. No swing, 3-0. And that's a 4-pitch walk. So the Giants with a base runner here in the 8th. Stay tuned immediately after Giants baseball for Esurance Giants postgame live. Highlights, reaction, and analysis is all coming up right after the game. So Marco Scudero comes up. He's 2 for 3 tonight. And Scudero looks at one right down Broadway, and it's no balls and 1 strike. And a bunt. And this is a good bunt. O'Flaherty makes the play, and a good one.
Wow. I'll tell you what, the difficulty of this play is, well, it's got to be 9.6 out of 10. Because he's crashing hard down the line against his body's momentum. He comes back barehanded, 360s, and just flips a strike right to Freddie Freeman, who had none chance on the play as a first baseman. And boy, he just half-step gets him. That is a beautiful play. And that's about as good as you can perform that play as a left-handed pitcher. Wow.
Here's Sandoval on the play. Pagan obviously gets into second. Sandoval is 1 for 3. And he swings and misses. No balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, that was bunt for a base hit all the way. I mean, he was not bunting for a sacrifice, obviously, but that play had to be perfect, and it was.
And this is fouled to the backstop. 0-2. Mr. Posey on deck. And Sandoval swings at a pitch in the dirt as he chases one. That's out number 2.
Yeah, that pitch was right to the scout report. And O'Flaherty's got a sinking fastball anyway. But they know that Sandoval will go down and chase. And they just took advantage of that tendency.
So here's Posey. 2 for 3. 3 RBIs tonight, including a 2-run home run. And the fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes.
Posey's faced O'Flaherty once, he grounded out. And there's a lot of guys that can say the same thing. He does get a lot of ground balls.
2-0 on the fastball high. Outfield straightaway, and very deep in left is Upton. High to right field, where Schaefer is battling the wind, and Schaefer's going to put it away as he lunges to his right, and that'll end the inning. We will head to the ninth. It remains 6-3 Atlanta. Going to happen in just a little bit, and Michael also talk about the game with Murph and Mac tomorrow morning on KMBR 680. There's your line score, 6-3 Atlanta as we head to the ninth. Freeman, Uglin, McCann to face Chad Godin, who came in and pitched a clean 8th inning. Freeman is 1 for 4. And he bounces this one to Crawford. 1 out. The inning that really hurt the Giants, the Braves picked up 5 hits in the 5th inning. They also drew a couple of walks, and they end up scoring 4 times.
Whoever wins the series will steal our son's heart. They have one on the way. Well, congratulations.
So they know it's a boy, right?
Yep.
This is popped into right field. Pencil put it away. So I say, if it's all about just this game tonight,
yeah.
If the Braves win, you have to name it Chipper. If the Giants win, it has to be Buster.
I have no problem with that.
There you go. So there you go. It's all the suggestions we have for you tonight.
And good luck with your new baby.
Our guys in the truck are sharp, you know.
Well, that's true. I mean, Chipper Jones' real name isn't Chipper, it's Larry, and Buster Posey's real name is Gerald. So there's your second suggestion.
Sorry, I'm going with Buster and Chipper.
It can either be Chipper Buster or Buster Chipper.
Here's the 0-1 to Brian McCann, who comes up with his 3rd hit, and this one is past Pablo Sandoval.
Tell you, every time the Giants have brought their 3rd baseman Sandoval off the line, It seems like the Braves have found it. They did it with Juan Francisco in here. Just a nice piece of going the opposite way. Godin's fastball is going to run hard away from the lefty. And McCann, who's been on the disabled list, does not look like he's got any rust on him at all. He's a 3-hit night. And remember the one at bat, he got robbed by Hunter Pence in right field.
P.J. Upton takes low. Seagulls have arrived. Surrounding Angel Pagan in center field.
Well, it is an issue. It is a great time to have an umbrella.
Tap to Crawford. Crawford will flip to Scudero. So now we will head to the bottom of the ninth. Pence, Blanco, Crawford, 6-3 Braves. Got Sportsnet Central tonight after Giants postgame live right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. It's a 6-3 lead for the Atlanta Braves. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Craig Kimbrell, the new pitcher now for the Braves. He is their closer. You see his numbers, 10 saves in 13 opportunities. His last outing, he gave one up in Cincinnati. He gave up back-to-back homers that cost him a save. 21 strikeouts in 13 and a third. You say, well, how does he do it? Got a fastball that'll go mid to high 90s and a hard slider. And this guy is fearless. Hides the ball well. Powerfully built, not a tall guy, 5'11", 210 pounds. Built like a catcher.
And bringing it. So here's Pence. Outside, 1-0. Pence has bounced out 3 times tonight. Fouls this one off the end of the bat to even that account. Pence hit a home run yesterday against his former team, the Phillies.
Yeah, he had a nice series. 2 home runs in that series against the Phils.
Outside, 2-1. Giants need base runners. And these folks know it. They get their rally lids on. It's 2 balls and a strike. Pence fouls it back, 2-2.
Kimbrel, a two-time All-Star. Still just a baby, 24 years old. It is rally cap time here at AT&T.
Tapped right back to Kimbrel, 1 out. I mentioned the Braves had just come back from Cincinnati where they took 2 out of 3. They really felt like they should have swept the Reds. The one loss came on a Kimbrel blown save, which rarely happens.
Hey, there's Juliana. Future gamer babe.
Blanco is 0 for 3. And tight 1-0.
Kimbrel has an unusual setup. When he looks in to get his sign, it looks like he's getting ready to take off for the 100-yard dash at the Olympic trials.
This is hit up the middle. Uggla's got it. Uggla's throw to first is in time. And that's a very nice play by Dan Uggla.
Tony Randazzo, the first base umpire, making the call. I didn't think they had a chance. Once Uggla got on his belly with the speed of Gregor Blanco, I didn't think he was going to have time to get up and get a throw off, let alone get him. That's a great stop there, but from his right knee, just flips. And a nice stretch on the backside from Freddie Freeman. And
I'm not sure they got him.
I think he beat it out.
So here's Crawford. Crawford is 0 for 3. And he fouls this one to the backstop.
On his belly, and watch the right knee plant, and that's how he gets balanced to get off a throw. And I do believe that Blanco beat it out. But that's so close, you cannot fault an umpire for making a call. That's bang, bang.
Crawford waves at that breaking ball. It's now 0-2. So Crawford taking a little walk out of the box. And the fastball is high. 1-2. So a good take by Brandon Crawford. Remember, tomorrow night it'll be Tim Hudson against Matt Cain. On right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Crawford, and now it's a full count. 0-2 to 3-2 with Belt on deck. And that's out of play.
Brandon Crawford putting up a fight. Die hard. I always used to like that when Dusty Baker would say that.
Three and two. And that's down the left field line. And that's a base hit for Crawford. And really? Yeah, that's what you do. Flip it back out. Nobody saw that. Yeah.
That's bad, man. That's double jeopardy right there. You get kicked out, you don't even get kicked the ball. It's just not good.
Just don't touch it. And certainly after you touch it, do not celebrate with your pants falling down, for crying out loud.
Yeah, hip. Me? I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
Here's Belt. Belt pulls this one on the ground to Freeman, and that should do it, and it does. So game one of this 4-game series goes to the Atlanta Braves. The Giants had the lead a couple of times, but the big 5th inning is the inning that did the Giants in.
Well, the Braves really came as advertised. Tehran with a good sinker. He used that all night long. A good job from a young pitcher. And they may have struck out a bunch of times, 14 times tonight, but they swing it. And this is a confident team. Giants have their hands full this weekend.
Final score, Braves 6, Giants 3. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews and the wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio for this update.